Right. Alex Miller at the Star has done an excellent piece talking about where we stand and how things are going. So I'm going to be taking bits from this because it's really well put together and it'll give people an idea where we're at. Hello and welcome to this video. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, I much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit a notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So, hype the video. Well, I really don't know how hype works, but it does something on the YouTube algorithm, which is nice. But, so, Sheffield Wednesday had a very busy day yesterday. A lot of moving parts were happening, and a lot of things went in the right way. Now, here's the thing. On the actual takeover itself, things are going forward. People are getting bids in. They are bids that will satisfy the EFL 25% rule, which is what we need. We all don't want to be starting League One with a point deduction. That is the last thing we need as a club. We don't need it. Let's just be brutally honest. We don't need to have a minor 15 starting in League One because that would be catastrophic. We can get over it, but it makes you have a very bad disadvantage. And the bids for the club are around 30 million. Now, remember, some people have gone, oh, in the past, you're not worth that much. Yeah, we said in the past we're not worth that much. A lot of the time, we were going on what the old ownership was potentially looking at getting for the club. And he never got it. Now, we know that December 5th target date had been pushed back by a week. We also know that from what they said that there are some US parties involved in the process, and it believed to be possible that the timing of the banking holiday has also impacted the timeline by some bids, which makes sense, which is something I didn't actually think of. That they just had a major holiday over there, so people won't be working, so they'll put it back a little bit. And the thing is, you got to remember, when things start happening, this is at the point where you will start getting bids being removed or bids being told if they can do it or not. Because you've got to remember, the administrators are bound by incentive to instruct the bid that offered the best realization to the creditors. So it's about making sure that people get their money. And the thing is, everything's got to be cleared by the EFL. They will not do a bid if they know they can't get it through the EFL. There's no point. There's no point trying to get it through unless you can get it done. So on Monday, we got the word that we got a 6-point deduction. It opens up to 27-point gap. And it basically confirmed the relegation this season. We already knew this was coming. We already knew this situation was happening. Now, there was a little bit of confusion that a lot of people were expecting 2 separate point deductions because it was technically like we didn't play July wages and May wages, all that kind of stuff. They were expecting another two separate ones, but it's in 2 separate cases. Now, here's the thing. I think that the independent panel gone, no, just give them this 6. They're in administration. There's no point giving them any more. They are pretty much relegated. If they stay up, it'll be some sort of miracle. They're already relegated. What's the point of giving them more points? You've made your point. You've made your case that this is the situation you need to do. And they did say that we were going to get more point deduction. 24th of November, Chris Wigfield said in an interview, we were expecting more point deductions. Here is the point deduction. But that should be it now. The league have confirmed that they are not seeking any more future point deduction from the club, and that the case is now concluded and it's all done and dusted. Now, we will only get the 15-point deduction should we not satisfy the 25p rule. Now, at the moment, the administrators have already said they've received competitive bid that will be able to clear that, and it's fine. And the thing is, you get that sorted and we don't receive any more payments, point deductions for next season, fantastic. We can start on a level playing field. That is what we need to do. We need to start on a level playing field. And that's the thing that gets us. Now, we know about the fee and transfer fee restriction, right? That has been something that's been a huge blow to Wednesday because we have not been able to do things. At the moment, we were able to bring in 2 free agents. We've done that, which are the likes of Liam Cooper and Nathan Redmond. We still got some kind of... We need to kind of figure out some other bits and pieces because we still got to think that the AFCONs are coming up and we're going to lose players to that. So that's going to be something that really messes us up there because we ain't going to be able to do anything to get rid of that yet. Now, the thing is, what got said yesterday is that they were in talk with the EFL about the transfer fee restriction to try and see what they can do. Now, the EFL website said we're in administration. It's understood that some breaches remain, that given the complex administration process, it's standard practice for the EFL to communicate this way. So there are still breaches on, which just because we're in administration, it kind of makes it easier. Just go, you're in admin, there's no point in telling them all. Now, say we get the new ownership done and it cleared the outstanding breaches and everything else, the embargo is thought to be lifted, right? Because as of right now, we can't sign anyone, but we will be able to sign frees and we'll be able to start doing things again, right? Because signing frees and no fee loan edition is so bad for when you're starting again. And if that's the case, that'd be brilliant. So the thing is, any deals that do come in that window will still have to be ratified by the EFL club financial reporting, which is something that they put on Hull City. We still probably will have to do that and go that way. So it'll be interesting to see if we're able to do that. But it says that it's January transfer window 2027. If we can get this lifted beforehand, it'll be a lot easier because it'll be able to mean we can get deals done, we can do things in the right way. Because one, exiting administration, the sanctions will likely be reduced and thought it will remain for this January. The Owls will then be able to re-engage with the transfer market heading into League One promotion channels next season. So it's a case of that it will be still in place in January, but we might be able to get help with certain bits to get people in. But if it's a case of you are wanting to build for next season, or a case of saying it'll remain in January, maybe in February you go and sign some free agents ready for next season. This is the thing you've got, right? We need to have a very competitive squad next year. And this will be the best chance we get to do that now. If that's the case, if we can have everything lifted, everything cleared, and have it as a fresh start for all. And that's the bit that I think have been missing from some fans, I want to say. That some fans have gone, we deserve more, we're not being punished enough. And I get it, I understand it. We all hate the FL, but I am the first one to go. We broke the rules. Like, generally, we broke the rules, and we didn't as a fan base, but our owner did. He's the one that's agreed to the rules, and he clearly gone, I'm going to break them, I don't care. I'm above them. So, new ownership and a clear runway will be fantastic. Now, in the Vamers going with how you start out, how do you go about with the new players? You get players for a low-end championship League One team, I reckon. I reckon that's what you do. You get those kind of players. You go and find some youngsters who you might be able to, who could do well, and then if they do well, if a big come in from, you think long and hard about selling them on. And then if you do sell them on, you then reinvest. The one thing we've not done over the years is not sell on the talent when they're at the peak and then reinvest that money. Never been something we've done. Now, people won't like that because they'll go, oh, that makes us a selling club. I don't like being a selling club. It does. But if you can do that a couple of times, you may not need to do it again if you get the right money for someone, especially if there's a cracking sell-on fee on. You look at Barnsley with John Stones. Classic example. Went for Barnsley, then left Barnsley, then went to Man City. Fantastic. Really good sell-on fee that they got for him. I think it was like 7 million or something like that. It was something dumb, but 7 million is still 7 million. You look at the things with Coventry, Victor Yorkshire, you see how that helped them and made them steady. So many teams are very good at selling the star players or the up-and-coming players and then making sure to reinvest it. That's where, when you get the takeover done, you make sure you've got the right people behind the scenes to help out. So that's where we're at. Let's see how everything goes. It's exciting times in one sense. I know the football side of it isn't, but this is where we're at. So we'll see how we get on and how the whole part of getting on with Sheffield Wednesday goes. But as much as it sucks to be in a relegation battle, as much as it sucks to be already down, we have to think towards the future more than anything. And the future for me is a bright one where we hopefully have a competitive squad and we're able to do things. So let's see what happens. At the end of the day, there's a lot that could happen.